What it do, good people? So, I was sitting here thinking, I'm gonna make this segment dedicated to obstacles, failures, and setbacks, right? And I'm doing this to give y'all, for those of you that keep making the excuse that it's easy, right? Like for me, it's easy for me, right? So I want to give y'all a look into what my life looks like when I deal with obstacles, failures, and setbacks, because they happen to me. They happen often, and I use building this physique is what I use to handle and deal with that stress. So I'm gonna give y'all a little inside scoop to my personal life. Jam. Alright, so that I'm gonna start off with this. So today, right? Today was a really good day, but it started off bad, right? So like my day, like I'm learning a new skill. I'm learning a new language and a new skill, right? The language being Espanol, and the skill is trading in the market, right? So like with Spanish, it'd be frustrating, like when I'm trying to talk to people because I live in a Spanish-speaking country, and it's like it's real frustrating because I'm a communicator. I like to talk. Y'all know I like to run my mouth, and it's difficult to do that when I don't know the language or can't understand, right? So it's like I've now made it to the point like, yo, I'm understanding the language, I'm hearing it, I'm catching words. I'm still not fully understanding, but I have a joy for it now. But I still have major frustrations with it. So that's one thing that's an obstacle that I have with living in Panama, that I can't talk to the people and like communicate with them how I like to communicate with y'all, right? So another obstacle, a frustration, a setback. Well, not a setback, but a failure that I choose not to accept would be like my trading, right? Like, yo, like I was trash in the beginning. I was trash. Like I would lose so much that like, you know, like a grown man, like bro, you going to tear up, right? And it's like I had to get into this skill because it was how I saw would be a way for me to kind of change the dynamic of not only my life, but my mother's life and those people I'm connected to and love. So it's like, I picked up this skill because my boy died. Was like, yo, you might as well learn this. It like give you something in case anything happens with you having your online clients. So I was like, bet. And so I got a love for it, but I used to have a fear for it, and right? Because I would lose so bad. And like when you lose so bad, it's like it's discouraging. Like you start to doubt yourself, and then like when people like start fading away, you know, it's like you really start to feel in doubt. And so it's like, how do I handle this? You heard me? And so yeah, that's like with the trading shit. But today was a high but a low because I took an L today. I took an L today and I was up. And what I'm learning with learning this skill is that like I have some habits, right, of frustration, of like emotional frustration that I act on impulse sometimes, right? So it's like nobody really sees that part of me, but it shows up when I'm trading, right? So it's like I'm a pretty controlled person, but like for some reason this, I'm starting to see those things hidden in the back of me of like poor habits, right? So it's like I'm trying to get down to that and understand like how not to do that, right? So how to fight that. And I started journaling again, and like, all right, cool, starting to see my own imperfections and my own failures that are in play that's blocking me from getting to that next level of having them wins and keeping them wins, right? So, boom, that's a failure, that's an obstacle that I share with y'all, you know, and what I do, how this day came out to be great. I gotta tell you now, you heard how my day was trash, but the great part about my day was I went out and hit the gym, and I didn't feel like hitting it, but man, we did arms today, and I was in the gym looking yogi. Oh, yeah. So I was like, yo, bro, this, like, I feel good in the gym. I was telling Don, like, bro, I feel really good in the gym. Like, I kind of like this, like today. I was really excited. Like, for some reason, people was just looking at me. And I'm like, here's like, but people looking at you like in admiration. I'm like a dog. I feel like I'm super yoki today. When I'm in Panama, I feel like, oh, jam. So, I'm thinking about that we go to the store, you know, I get all my good stuff for like $19. I get juices, fruits, pineapples, watermelons, all this stuff, apples, pears, peanut butter, all this stuff for like $20. I love it, yeah. But, so I'm there and the lady was like, she been seeing me since we moved here in May. And she was like, yo, she was telling me about exercise. And I was like, yeah, I'm always upstairs exercising. And I'm like, it's the second person asked me about exercising. Because a dude asked me when I ran my 6 miles in the morning. And I was like, okay, cool, people must be seeing me because I'm looking like a sore thumb, sticking out. And Don was like, nah, bro. I said, well, she said something about a television. She told me she saw me on TV because I did a commercial for the lady Amber, the filmmaker that found me on the street. So they aired this commercial and I was like, yo, that's dope. And it hit me like, that's what that dude earlier was talking about. And I was like, dog, that's probably why people been like looking at me like that. Been looking at me like that. And I'm like, oh shit, that's kind of cool, right? So it was like, that made my day. Like, even though, you know, you can have a stressful day, it could be tough, and I did ground today, but you can have a stressful day, and like, life, as long as you stay on the path of what you're doing, to how you deal with the shit that you deal with, it's like life is already like showing you, like building up a win, a pop up, and hit you with an uppercut, and make your day so much better. So it's like, hit the gym, man, hit the gym. That shit, like, but that's how I deal with my obstacles, failures, and setbacks. Hit the gym, like the shit pays off and things are opened up. Yeah, so jam, got it.